In a moment that has left the entire ARMY community stunned, Jungkook was seen in tears after receiving a special gift from Jin on his birthday. The revelation spread quickly, and a central question now dominates conversations across platforms. What did Jin give that could move the youngest member of BTS to such visible emotion? The gravity of the situation intensified when it was revealed that Jin personally visited Jungkook's apartment in complete secrecy, ensuring the exchange was private and unseen by cameras or the public eye. No elaborate stage, no orchestrated media presence, just one elder brother quietly walking into the space of his youngest counterpart. It was in this silence that Jungkook, upon unwrapping Jin's gift, reportedly broke down, unable to hold back tears. For fans who have followed their journey for over a decade, the idea of Jin being the first to deliver such a heartfelt gesture has become an unforgettable headline. Why was Jungkook so deeply shaken? This is the question that every fan and observer is asking, and the lack of clarity only deepens the intensity of speculation. The fact that Jungkook cried not out of casual happiness, but in a way described as overwhelming, suggests that Jin's gift was no ordinary present. The emotion attached to this gesture must have carried a weight that transcends material value, something personal, historical, or symbolic to both of them. The timing of Jin's visit is another element that continues to spark debate. Being the first to deliver a gift carries undeniable significance. It is not merely about punctuality, but about intention. By arriving first and doing so quietly, Jin ensured that his gesture would stand apart. He set the tone for Jungkook's birthday by acting before anyone else. In many cultures, this precedent symbolizes primacy in relationship, and Jin's actions confirm the depth of his role in Jungkook's life. The absence of an audience adds another layer of intensity. This was not meant for cameras, nor was it for global headlines, though it has inevitably become one. Jin's decision to exclude the noise of the outside world raises the question, what was so important about making this moment private? Was it a message meant only for Jungkook? Something that cannot be diluted by performance or publicity? Accounts circulating within ARMY describe Jungkook as visibly emotional, unable to maintain composure upon seeing what Jin had given him. Though no concrete detail about the exact nature of the gift has surfaced, theories dominate the discussion. Some believe it could have been an object tied to their earliest days as trainees, a reminder of struggles and sacrifices they endured together. Others speculate it might have been a handwritten letter, something rare and intimate from Jin, who is often known for his lighthearted humor but also capable of immense depth. Whatever the truth may be, it is clear the gift touched a part of Jungkook's heart that few can reach. The symbolism of this act also cannot be ignored when considered within BTS's broader narrative. Jin, the eldest, has long been regarded as a source of stability and quiet strength. Jungkook, the youngest, has often looked up to him as both a brother and a mentor. Their bond has been observed on countless stages and interviews, but this private moment underscores that their relationship extends far beyond the public eye. By choosing to step into Jungkook's space in such a discreet way, Jin reaffirmed a truth that has always defined BTS. Their bond is real, unshaken, and deeply personal. Social media, however, has exploded with reaction. Fans express admiration, confusion, and curiosity in equal measure. Why did Jungkook cry so intensely? Was it the nature of the gift? Or was it the mere act of Jin being the first to remember him with such sincerity? Some argue that Jungkook's tears were an expression of gratitude not only for the gift itself, but for the timing and the thought behind it. Others see it as a symbolic reminder of the group's unity amid an era when their individual pursuits often dominate headlines. The mystery of the gift has become as significant as the gift itself. Because no clear detail has been disclosed, every possible theory is under discussion. Could it have been a personal item passed down, a piece of memorabilia that only Jin and Jungkook understand? Could it have been a promise, sealed in writing, that reassures Jungkook of their unbreakable bond? Or could it have been something entirely unexpected, an object that symbolizes the future rather than the past? What makes this story even more striking is the raw humanity it exposes. Jungkook, known for his strength, professionalism, and composure even under the brightest lights, allowed himself to break down in front of Jin. The image of tears is not one of weakness, but of authenticity. It shows that behind the perfection of performances and the grandeur of stages, there remain moments where the bonds between members rise above the machinery of global fame. The deliberate silence from both Jin and Jungkook only heightens the drama. Without their confirmation, fans are left in suspense, dissecting every possibility. Yet perhaps that silence is part of the message. Perhaps this was never meant to be explained, but simply felt by Jungkook, by Jin, and indirectly by the millions of fans who now watch in awe. Observers point out that the timing of this event could not be more significant. At a moment when ARMY eagerly tracks every movement of BTS's members in their individual journeys, Jin's private act of brotherhood toward Jungkook sends a resounding message. Whatever paths they walk, their foundation remains unshaken. By choosing to act quietly and intimately, Jin has recentered the narrative not on careers, projects, or appearances, but on the very bond that built BTS into what it is today. The emotional image of Jungkook crying over Jin's gift has already become immortalized in ARMY discussions. Fans interpret it as proof that even at the height of fame, even amid countless accolades, what truly matters is the human connection. This single moment, unseen by cameras yet confirmed by its emotional aftermath, has shifted the spotlight from spectacle to sincerity. The central question remains, however, what exactly was in the gift? Until that mystery is unveiled, or if it ever is, speculation will continue to dominate. Yet perhaps the gift itself matters, less than what it represented. For Jin, it was a gesture of timing, care, and priority. For Jungkook, it was a reminder that amid all the noise, someone sees him, understands him, and reaches him in ways that words cannot. In the end, the story is not just about a birthday present. It is about intimacy, secrecy, and the profound impact of being the first to act. It is about one member of BTS, Jin, stepping forward quietly, and another, Jungkook, breaking down because the weight of that act was too great to ignore. For ARMY, it is a reminder that the bond between them is not staged, not performed, but lived, and sometimes it is revealed in the form of tears shed over a gift whose details remain hidden, yet whose meaning is undeniably clear. And so the world continues to ask, what did Jin give to Jungkook that moved him so profoundly? The answer may never come directly, but the emotion it has stirred is already unforgettable. One thing is certain, this single act has become one of the most powerful reminders of the unspoken connection that holds BTS together, and it will be remembered as the moment when Jungkook cried, not out of weakness, but because Jin's gift carried a weight too powerful for silence.